Welcome everyone back to the channel. This time we are back at Thruxton with the GTL series, that stands for Gravel Trap Legends, and these BTCC cars already did one race here. This time however their field is reversed based on where they finished in the first race, so those who finished at the back now have a chance to win. Question is, will they be able to keep their positions and handle the pressure that is bound to hand on their shoulders? One of the SRS races that I did, I lost my shit because someone ahead of me during the first lap actually used the turn indicators for overtaking. I was laughing across the entire lap.
then on the last lap they put the left indicator on and send the dummy down the right.
Down the right, yeah. Alright, good luck guys.
Good luck, Cole.
Try and go easy first lap, get a bit of a flow happening. I know that's not going to happen, but just give us some room.
Heavy clone. Long race.
Wishing luck to you guys.
Thanks, man.
Let's go.
Let's have a go at this. So, reverse grid, which means that Tobias starts in first place, Stoom in second, Twisted starts in third, Excel in fourth, Estonik in fifth, Huggy in sixth, Smith, Speed Racer, then Reaper, Leather Force finishing up in the top 10, and then we have the big guns at the back. We have Gun, SMC, Siron, Longy, and the best pussy head pickers in the town. Alright, because I don't know how to go back to the pits immediately. Anyway, 40 seconds until the start. This has been quite a good event so far, and hopefully will be good second race as well. This is gonna be interesting because now the top 10 is full of Hondas, and they were quite struggling in the first race. So let's see, the lights are coming on literally on the track, and now they are off, and so does the field, and we had one car stalling on the line. And they are already 3 wide. Let's find a good camera place there so I can go back without trouble. Alright. Ah, lovely. Okay. So. Ooh, quite a FPS drop here. But, let's look at this. Lot of position changes. We're on board with Speed Racer. And a lot of side-by-sides going on behind, in front, and around him. Literally everyone is looking for places. Smith tries the inside there. Now there's a 3 wide between him. Side by side, behind and in front. Oh, there's a bit of a push there. SMC off the track. And a bit of a bum drift, if anything. Oh, ho, ho. 3 cars involved. Massive crash on the back straight. And these are the big guns. Now, will this be a safety car? Let's listen in. Apparently not. Everyone stays calm and collected. Stoom drops down 2 places and now has a side-by-side going on. Pretty much a stark contrast to what we had in the first, or rather the previous week, in the reverse race. Lots of side-by-sides, 2x2s, a lot of pushing going on. And Stum has trouble with the car, he loses it. He's off track. Into the wall. And pretty much gonna be dead last. I'm not sure if anyone was involved in that and they counted as a crash or not. Alright, no signs of safety car cars or anything, so that pretty much sums up what I thought happened. Meanwhile, Estanik is now into the second place, and also Smith is fighting with Gunn for P7. Tobias has 4 seconds of a lead. Smith is holding on to this place, tries to hold into it as much as he wants, as much as he would like to. He has every right to it though, but at one point you have to call the line and give space to the other drivers as well. Gunn is looking for that opportunity. He's already side by side with Smith, and also SMC looking for the opportunity as well. Smith lets both cars by. At the same time, Longy is going side by side, probably by the end of this straight here. But the dog gets shut down in front of him. Meanwhile, Huggy is now fighting as well. There is a side by side in front of him as well. The pace is all over the field. We have 115s at the back, 170s at the front, and 116s in the middle. So this is not gonna stay like this. And as I say this, we have Twisted, who re-enters the circuit in a bad way and gets collected. Twisted Vine is in trouble. The car doesn't really want to move, but now he manages to get back on track. Huggy is up into P6 and Gunn is in P5. Meanwhile, SMC behind him is also looking for the opportunity. He's going side by side. Meanwhile, Steven is also going side by side for 3rd place. How did he get there? Mass confusion can cause a lot of interesting results. Meanwhile, Little Force and Longy are going side by side, and Longy is in P10, Little Force in P9, Reaper in P11. This is quite fascinating to look at and quite hard to keep up, just like last week. Smith has 3 cars ahead of him. Can he keep up or gain positions from them? He also has cars to look out for behind. And Longy is having a fight with Liter Force. I'm apologizing for the bad camera angles. But Longy stays ahead, but goes off circuit there. And ultimately drops down in places. He's not the only one to lose a place. Huggy drops down to P7. And now comes Smith next to him. Will Smith go for the inside? No, he does not. When everyone calls the chicane, nobody does. But anyway, this is quite cool to look at. Steven does the fastest lap. I couldn't read it in time. Huggy now has to look out for Smith, who is getting really close there. A bit of a bump there. Will that send the Alpha off circuit? The answer is no. For the time being, Huggy stays in 7th place. Meanwhile, Tobias is still holding the lead. Etanik in P2, but in his mirrors there is another Honda. who already goes for a move on the inside of Church and gets it done. Steven moves up to the second place. And Hagi couldn't hold Smith behind. Little Force up into P8. Hagi drops down to 9th. But can Little gain another place here? We have plenty of laps. The midfield is running a 1:14. The pace in the middle field and at the back is strong, but we still have drivers who are doing 1:16s. And now we have Tobias, whose lead drops down to 1.5 seconds. Can he hold up Steven? Etanik drops down a lot. He's 3 seconds behind the leader. And there comes the other Honda of Axel. He's filling the mirrors. And now they are side by side. Oh, okay. Meanwhile, we have a lot of shuffling in the middle of here. Hagi dropped down, so there might have been a contact or something. Gun stays P5, but there is SMC behind. You can gain a lot here in the final chicane. And already they are side by side. Can SMC hold it up? And yes, he gets the position there. Meanwhile, Hagi is off circuit there in the final chicane. So his race went from good to bad. He's down into P12, unfortunately. Meanwhile, there is already a side-by-side for the lead. And Steven gets the lead. There was no questions once we saw what was the gap between them, how close it dropped down lap by lap. There was no questions around that. Meanwhile, around P10, there is a fight. There are 3 cars fighting for P8. Smith is one of them. Longi is the other one. Longi goes up to P9 and also closes the door immediately on Smith. This is a terrible race for Longi compared to what Steven was able to do, but oh, Smith cuts across! And also, oh, what happened there? Tobias is off circuit. He's down into P10. He was leading the race. He was doing well. But now all of that is lost. He's down into P10. Meanwhile, Longi has to fight. He has to fight to get into a better place, because now what he is fighting with is a Honda in front. He was fighting with a Honda in the previous race, but that was for the lead. This is now a fight for P8. Steven has about 4 seconds of a lead on Etonik. Axel is 3/10 behind him, Etonik. But now we are looking at Longi, who tries to find a place where he can overtake. He goes wide there, but overall still close enough for the Honda to do a dive bomb. I'm not sure if I am feeling okay about what Smith did in the previous lap, but we have a trouble here, and that is Etonik. He was doing so well, but now he drops down. And also Axel is also down into P4. Things change rapidly around here. SMC currently second, Gun third, Axel fourth. Unfortunately, Etonik is now 16 seconds behind the leader. and about 5 seconds behind Longy, who is currently P8. Longy just cannot seem to find a way around Smith, who, well, that aged poorly. Smith goes off circuit and now throws away P7. And that's what Longy needed. Now he has to catch up to the rest of the field, which is doable. It's not out of question that it can be done. We saw it a lot in the first race. But now, let's look at the lap times. 1:15, 1:16. There's a 1:14 from Longy, so Longy's pace is quite good compared to everyone around him. That might be good call for him. But there is a trouble behind. Speed Racer is back into the pits. Hagi was off circuit as well. We're staying on board with Longy, who has to get around the car in front, who is Reaper. But all of a sudden, Smith is once again back into the action there. This is a fight for P6. The Speed Racer is already 1 lap down, unfortunately. I'm not sure what happened there, but let's stick with the action here with Longy and the cars around. He needs to find something to be able to get past. Let it be a mistake that the car makes ahead, or just genuinely a place where he can attack. On board with Longy. He has more than enough fuel to finish off the race. Quite a cool sticker on the right side. But let's see if he can find a place where he can overtake the Audi in front. He needs to get by Reaper if he wants to be able to keep the fight up with the leaders. SMC is about 4.5 seconds behind Stevon, and Gunn is about 1.5 behind SMC. So the leaders are quite far from each other, but the action is still presented. It's still in the race, it's still present, you can still find it, and I'm quite thankful to be able to commentate on such a good race once again. Now the question is, where is Smith? He's quite far behind now. He dropped a bit from Longy. Longy needs to find a place where he can attack. I'm saying this lap by lap. He needs to find a place. He's getting quite close here. He's gonna try the outside. Can he hold on to it? They're going side by side. And that is going to be an attempt that I'm very, very unsure about, but it finally finishes and Longy finally gets around, overtaking Reaper. He found the place where he could overtake, and that was quite awesome to look at. 2 wheels on the tarmac, 2 wheels on the grass. There was a 50-50 chance that the car might not even stay on the tarmac. But he did it, and now he has to catch up to P5, which is gonna be a long task. About 5 seconds of fight. Meanwhile, behind them there is a side-by-side that didn't end well. Smith tasted the wall there. Unfortunately, it looks like that these 3 cars are the closest fight that you will find on track. Looks like the gaps are not just formed, but they are stay true to each other. Lethal Force might be able to catch up to Gun. It all depends on if any of them makes a mistake. But for the time being, it very much looks like that the fight between Longy, Reaper and Smith is the closest one on track. And Reaper already seems to be quite far behind from Longy. On board with Speed Racer, who is currently 1 lap behind. That is an awful feeling to have. I'm still unsure about what happened in the race. It might have been a crash. He might have run out of fuel or something. But now I'm unsure even if the car who is fighting is for position or not. Stu might get lapped. Yep, he got lapped. So the leaders are already lapping the rest of the field. And Etanik overtakes, or rather tries to overtake Smith. They are going side by side for multiple corners. Let's see if Nick can pull this off. They're still side by side. Etanik stays on the outside for all of these corners. Meanwhile, the leader is currently on the final lap. Etanik couldn't pull it off yet. On board with Smith there. Let's see those mirrors. Can Etanik gain a place here? Longy, unfortunately, looks like cannot catch up to the cars ahead. But there is a mistake from Smith. That might be enough for Nick. Alright, let's see. He tries maybe a switch around. Gets a good exit there. Let's fill those mirrors, Nick. That is your specialty. He's on the left side. Backs out of it a bit. Thinks it through. And it pays off! Smith is off circuit. Etanik gains a place. He's up into P8. Meanwhile, the leaders are across the finish line. Steven wins the race. SMC second. Gun third. Lethal Force fifth. Sorry, Lethal Force fourth. Axel fifth. And Longy finishes P6. So unfortunately, that is quite a big gap compared to the first race. I'm not sure about the points, how that goes, but that was a good race to watch. I hope you guys enjoyed my commentary, and let's see if the others can come across in one piece. And let's listen on the radio.
Back from keeping up with SMC, but I'm pretty sure he's infallible.
Yeah, we'll get him. We'll get him. It's
I'll
he's
follow
sponsors,
him.
I think.
We
Something
won't
that
even
glass
talk about Steve-O, bugger him.
Hey, well done. What to say there?
Oh, mate, sorry, Steve-O. Nothing, then. Fucking hell.
Well done, Gun. That'll be wicked for team points.
Cheers, mate.
Can't
Off at the start of the other corner.
Fucking that way.
You're
Thank
my
you.
bitch tonight, so that doesn't
Fucking
matter.
that way, yeah. Fucking.
Think it was-
Pretty
I
shit.
think it was 4 up guns, so we're going to get a good chunk again.
Nice. Good recovery, Nick.
Still going to be 2 points between me and Steve-O.
Yep. Well, thanks guys for coming and playing and joining in and all the rest of it.
Thanks, Leland.
Well done.
Putting it on for us, mate.
I enjoyed it. Sorry the guys that had a bit of little bloody bingles and shit, but unfortunately it happens. We're all fucking all guilty of it and all receive it every now and then. So
That was a lot better than what I was anticipating.
me too, to be honest. I thought we would have at least had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a bit of carry.
I had a wicked stack on the first lap with me and Longy and Reaper were side by side. I don't know what happened, but next minute I'm fucking full lock left, fucking going down the bloody road.
Next minute I'm doing 360s at 220 in the grass.
That's right, I can went back somewhere, and next thing I pulled back on the track, you were in front, I was there, long he was right up your ass again.
Yeah, it'll look funny. I'm not sure what happened. Like I was next to you and Reaper was next to you, and I don't know whether you moved or I moved or he moved or what. But
I was trying to stay straight, but the road moved. We just kept going the same straight fucking line.
he was boxed in, mate.
And I think you were behind me, Leith, and then no, I don't know. Wait for it.
I was up your inside.
All right, gentlemen, thank you very much. I'm going to go do some practice.
But we'll have a look, yeah.
And,
Oh,
all right.
yeah, and see you
Thanks,
guys
Stu.
Friday or Sunday.
Making
same
the effort,
guys.
mate.
Catch you later.
Good on you guys, thank you.
Have a good one.
Thanks,
Once again,
Thanks,
thank you for the opportunity.
No,
to
worries, thank you,
comment in.
dude. And thanks, Adam. Good on you, man.
Yeah, good shit.
Geez, that looks good, that paint job too, SMC. Now she's got a scratch on her.
I don't want you spoiled, bro.